Well, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history is now over, but the battle that started it continues. The bill signed this week to reopen the government only funds it until January, and the matter of rising health insurance costs has not yet been settled.
Democrats say they're not giving up on the fight to extend existing subsidies for some Affordable Care Act insurance plans. And one of those Democrats is Oregon Congresswoman Val Hoyle. She's joining us now live this afternoon. Congresswoman, thanks so much for joining us.
Well, thank you.
I want to ask you first, you were one of the Democrats who voted against the bill that ultimately reopened the government. What was it in this package specifically that was a deal breaker for you?
So there are a couple of things. First of all, the continuing resolution, the budget that was developed in the House purely on a partisan basis. So Republicans would not take any amendments from Democrats, wouldn't take any input from Democrats, put the bill up at like 1 o'clock in the morning without public process. That's not how things should be done. Number one. Number two, I have constituents that have over 1,000% increase in their healthcare premiums. So these are small business people. These are, people who, have right now, I have one constituent in Cottage Grove who pays $87 a month for healthcare. Her premiums will be over $1,000 a month. And, even private commercial insurance, our Chamber of Commerce, their premiums have risen 100%. So this is something worth fighting for. And the premiums need to be paid in January. So it's something that should be fixed right now.
Certainly a big unsolved issue. Congresswoman, in a tweet on Tuesday, you made the comparison to unions, saying that if leadership caved after a 40-day strike and got nothing in return, they would be voted out. Were you alluding that Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, that he should step down?
Well, I'm not in the Senate, and I think it's not just Chuck Schumer. You have a group of people who have been there for a long time, who are operating under a different set of rules. Now, look, if they were going to cave, right, then the negotiation should have been different, and we shouldn't have had so many people go through so much pain. But if they were going to cave, and the entire time they were talking about that, then we should have held out for something. But we got nothing but a promise of a vote that would not get through the Senate, and that Mike Johnson said he won't bring to the House, and then moving the goalpost once again, which has been the game that we've seen from the Republicans in the House and the Senate. They said, well, we'll move something forward if you attach a national abortion ban. So fundamentally, they didn't get anything. But I'll tell you what, the American people saw that this administration was willing to hurt hungry people, right? Hungry children, take SNAP benefits away, and that those healthcare premium increases are on Republicans because they would not extend the premiums and give us a chance to actually work together to lower healthcare costs. And that really is where we should get.
Congresswoman, we only have about 30 seconds, but I want to ask you, critics say that a no vote on this package increased instability for federal workers in Oregon. They left people without benefits for food. How do you justify that to your constituents?
Look, I've talked to constituents throughout the district, and what they say is they need to be able to afford health care. They need to be able to afford food. Understand, no administration ever has stopped funding SNAP benefits during a shutdown. That was a conscious choice to make children and hungry people not be able to get food. So some things are worth fighting for, and there is way more support for the stance that I took than those people who are detractors. So the government's open. I am glad people are getting paid. I didn't take pay while federal workers weren't getting paid. And now we have to figure out how we get back to the point that we can have a functional government working together in what's in the best interest of the United States.